Hello and good morning for all the traders for watching this webinar. This is Start Your Morning with Scalping Day Trading. My name is Zoltan. I'm your webinar host. Many experience with trading, investing, day trading, and scalping. We will mostly start to trade or scalp or analyze those charts which have those instruments which have lower spreads. So, for example, euro dollar, GBP USD, gold, or maybe oil, or maybe indices like Dow Jones, S&P 500, DAX, Nasdaq, and so on. And I try to show you some live trades also, but I will never give you any trading or investing advices. And you can see the risk warning if you just read the bottom line on your screen. So trade responsibly. 76% of retail investor accounts lose money with trading CFDs with this provider. So you should consider whether you can afford to take the high risk of losing your money. No matter if you use leverage or not, most important thing that now the markets are volatile. So be careful. The charts are full with false breakouts, false breakdowns, and sometimes chart patterns are good for entry setups, sometimes not. So please careful, use lower lot sizes and always use stop loss, and be careful about the trading psychology rules. In my opinion, the best you can do to limit your orders. So for example, if you want to trade 5 or 10 trades a day, never exceed this number, and set the stop losses. If you want to make money, just set your stop loss and calculate the risk, and never lose many percent of your money with one trade or one day trading. So please be careful and practice everything on the demo account. Open smaller accounts and bigger accounts also, and try the lot sizes. Different instruments have different movements, different behavior, and now the markets are a little bit tricky, but you can make money because the main trend was bullish, but it was not so easy to trade. But we are here to talk about charts. So as I check my watch, in my opinion, we can start after you have read this short risk disclaimer. So always we have to consider risks when we start to trade. So traders, in 1 minute, we will go to the charts. We will talk about mostly practical things, not only theories. And in my opinion, the best you can do to open your chart, but do not follow me, do not copy my trades, please. Just try to draw trend lines and try to recognize chart patterns and try to watch this webinar. And if you will have questions, please do not hesitate to ask and use please the chat window. But if you will use the Q&A window, I try to answer also. About the company, we have many products, and many products are suitable for scalping. I mean, those products with like euro DAX and stuff like that, which have lower spreads, and you can scalp on MT4, and you can scalp with equities. If you have invest accounts, you can scalp with share CFDs also. And you can use your mobile platform for scalping, or just watching your open positions, or close it, or make partial closing, or setting the stop loss, and so on. So let's go to the charts. And we are here now. So let's start some trading. This is DAX, and you can see that this trend line was a good entry for double top, a nice short setup, but never miss using partial closing, because as you can see, after this double top, it came a false breakdown, which was a double bottom. So the market is always tricky. In an uptrend, many times it happens that reversal patterns like this double top are not working always properly. And if there is a false breakdown under the neckline of this double top, it's not for sure, but it can happen that we will go until the level of stop losses of the short positions. And this was another false double top until this trend line is not broken. it was better idea to keep your long positions or just partially close it sometimes. This is the head and shoulders, nice entry for short position. And now maybe the chart is turning back and we will approach the yellow trend line, but this is not trading advice. Let's go to gold. During last webinar, I opened the gold long position because I thought that maybe the chart will go up. Maybe I will lose some money with this trade because we are going down now, but I closed 0.05 a few minutes ago, and maybe I will keep the rest and I will set the take profit level around this area. Maybe during the day we will approach this trend line, but it may happen that if we will break down the other leg on a trend line, it can happen that the chart will go down until my stop loss. Because the main trend on gold is a little bit bearish now. If you switch to M30, you can see that you can see lower highs and lower lows. So be careful if you trade gold. Everyone wants to buy or invest in gold. It's shiny, but sometimes maybe short positions are better. But now I will try to buy. Okay, let's go to Nasdaq. I opened a long position some hours ago yesterday. Here we had a big double top. And this is the neckline, the red trend line. If you draw this one or this one, you can see that this is a false breakdown under the neckline for double top. So this was one reason of opening Nasdaq position. Let's go to M5. You will see it better. This is the double top. I will make a rectangle here. Many traders are opening short positions, but if the main trend is bullish, it may happen that false breakdown on the neckline and you can open a long position. If you switch to M15, this is multi-time frame analysis, you can see that the main trend is absolutely bullish. So I just followed the trend, which was a good decision until now. And if I switch to 1 hour chart, you will see that maybe there is a chance to have a double top here. If I switch to H4, you will see maybe this will be like an M. So that's why I will close another 0.40. It was a little bit more. And if I go to M15, let me check where to modify the stop loss. Here we had a big double bottom, which is good reason for long positions. I will modify the stop loss above the neckline because I'm afraid maybe the chart will go down a little bit. Okay. Let's go to DAX. Maybe all of the indices are going down. We have the stop loss with DAX, but I will set the stop loss of this position around this area. It will be plus 10 if I get a stop loss. And maybe if I go back to Nasdaq, I will set the stop loss a little bit higher because I'm afraid of some correction. Let's go to gold. You can see that we are approaching my stop loss. So that's why it was a good decision to close some part, but I made a trading mistake because if I closed, for example, 2/3 of the open position, it would be a better idea. So now traders, the market is hesitating, it's going down, it's a little bit bearish because no one knows what will happen in the United States with the debts. So that's why maybe it's better to wait for the afternoon hours. We have Dow Jones position also. Now we have a false breakdown, so I will try to open another long position. But be careful. Never set the stop loss far away, because it may happen that the main bearish trend on lower time frames will continue. I will make another position with DAX, but I will be very, very careful. Set the stop loss around 10 or 15 points maximum, because now the chart is going down, and it may happen that I will get a stop loss. If you try to buy for a lower price, always be careful, use smaller lot sizes. I mean 0.10, 0.20, sorry, because on this account, I can afford to buy one lot or a little bit more, because this is a bigger account. But if you start with 500, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 euro or dollar, please avoid big lot sizes. And always consider that trading is risky. 76% of the traders, sometimes 80%, are losing money. Now you can see that we are very, very cautious. I hope that we will see a nice movement on DAX soon, and maybe Dow Jones and Nasdaq will follow it. But now the best we can do to wait. Until we wait, let's go to GBP USD, and I will show you some nice trend lines. Here we had a double bottom, another double bottom. And when breaking this trend line with this false breakout, this is head and shoulders, it was time to go short. And with partial closing, I mean 60-70% or more partial closing, this short position was a good idea. But I did not do this. This is just only some theory. Let's go to euro dollar. Sorry. So I will go to euro dollar. And you can see that first of all, start with H1 chart. The main trend is a little bit bearish, but there is a small chance to go up, because it may be a reverse head and shoulders. If not, these are the support zones, and we must not go back under the yellow trend line, because I will get a stop loss. Let's go to M15. The chart is going up a little bit. And let's go back to gold, because gold is sometimes following euro dollar. And now it's time to close 0.10. I was lucky with this trade. And I will set the take profit level a little bit higher, because if I am very lucky, maybe the chart will go up in some weeks until 2000 again. If not, I will get a stop loss. And you can see my risk is 10. My potential reward may be around 100 or 200. So this is a good risk reward. I will modify this here. And let's check the account history of today. So you can see we lost money with DAX, doesn't matter. And let's check what happened with gold. We made around $8 or $9. So completely the risk is not covered, but you can see that there was a double bottom, and maybe after that a false breakdown on M15. This is multi-time frame analysis. Support zones are very near. You can see the last two support zones. And the real reason of entering this setup was a false breakdown. We went under this trend line and come up again. I open this position here, and we are waiting for the next step. I don't know what will happen, to tell you the truth, but we have to try to trade. Let's go to DAX and check my losing trade. It was here. And now you can see that if I am lucky, there will be a double bottom around 16,200 or a little bit, maybe 190 or something like this. But if not, I will lose some money. Let's draw trend lines. I'm trading the trend channel now. If somebody didn't realize, this is the trend channel. And when we are approaching the trend channel, I try to buy if the main trend on higher time frames, I mean, for example, H4, H1 or daily chart, If the higher time frames are bullish, I try to follow the trends. I will modify this here. You can see maybe there is a small correction, but if the main trend will be still bullish on higher time frames, I mean 1 hour, 4 hours daily chart, I try to buy the lower time frames bullish setups. Okay, so let's check Dow Jones. There's a small chance to have the double bottom here. We will see. And let's check Nasdaq. We are approaching my stop loss. So now I will be cautious, but I will open the long position again, because maybe this support zone will be working, and I will close this position. I don't want to have too many Nasdaq positions, and we have to wait for some potential partial closing, or we will get a stop loss. Sometimes it happens that I have to wait until 2:30 or 3:30 p.m. or until the last 2 or 3 hours of American markets, because many times it happens that markets are going down and last 1 or 2 hours of American markets opening hours are a little bit bullish. But this is good news for those who are having short positions now. Maybe I will get a stop loss, but I don't care, because many times I have to buy the support zones. If it's not working, I have to wait for false breakdowns or trend line breakings or reversal patterns. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask. Let's go back to gold. This is my only profitable trade. And you remember that I haven't covered the loss of the potential loss. So that's why I will close 001. And I will make a partial closing on euro dollar also. Let's go to the chart. I will set the stop loss to the break-even point. And I will close another 001. Because I believe in bullish euro dollar potential reversal pattern, this W. But what happens if it's not happening? The best I can do is to close partially the potential profit. We are approaching my target zone. This is the top of the double top, so be careful with gold. And now I have to focus on Nasdaq stop loss and Dow Jones stop loss. I will show you trading mistakes in the last part of the webinar. And let's go to DAX. You can see that we are approaching my stop loss. And I will trade only on DAX because this market will open soon. So let's check support zones, higher time frames. I delete the screen. I modify this here. And now we are approaching the support. So it's better to wait. Let's check H1. It's a head and shoulders. So it's better to wait. Let's go back to gold. We are approaching my target zone. So that's why I will close. I will not close it, I don't care. This one, maybe I will close another. We have to be safe traders. The chart approached my target zone. It was this one. The top of the double top. I mean, this double top. Now we have to make some money and go to DAX. This is a trading mistake. Never do this. Set the stop loss very close to the opening price. The risk is not too much. This is a big lot size. But because of this, I will close the other position. And my target zone will be this area. Or a little bit lower, this one. And now we have to wait. The first place where I will make the partial closing is this area, or I will get stop loss. The second one will be this one. Why I opened this position? It's very simple. Is this a trend channel or not? I always try to do this, but if I lose money continuously, 2, 3, 4 times with less lot size, 1 lot, for example, or 0.30 or something like this, in my opinion, I stop trading if I lose 2, 3, 4 times in a row, and I come back later to check what happened. Now we lost some money, doesn't matter, but my target is to keep my losses under 1% of this trading account. So it's 700, so it doesn't matter what I did. If I lose 100, for example, I just stop trading and come back a little bit later. It's not a rule. If you trade with 1,000 euro, you must not lose 100 euro. It's normal, just 10, 15, 20 or something like this. So we have to wait now. Until we wait, let's check gold. Target achieved. It was a good idea. And I will close another 001. Just something should happen. Now the market is a little bit boring. And the other thing that maybe I can close other positions also, but I don't want, so it's better to wait. So the traders, we have to wait now. Let's go to Dow Jones. Nothing special happened yet. And this is NASDAQ. Why not? To trade the false breakdown on NASDAQ. Set the stop loss very close. And I will do the same with Dow Jones, but a little bit later, because we have 2 big positions on DAX. So traders, be careful. If the trend channel, trend line will broke down, I will get a stop loss, and maybe continuation of bearish movement will be a little bit faster. So that's why the only trading mistake is not the channel trading, only the big lot size. But you can check it on M5. If I lose money, it's 43. It's not a big deal on this account, in my opinion. But you have to be very, very careful, because we are approaching the support line, and maybe the bottom of the candlestick will be only the support. But if we are lucky, we will approach this part of the trend channel. If the chart will approach this part of the trend channel, maybe something will happen. But now we are 8 minutes to 8:30. So let's check what will happen in the next few minutes. Together with the partial closing, maybe the result is not so bad. Let me check it. It's only $13 minus. And yesterday's result was very good, as far as I remember. Those who watched the webinars yesterday in the morning. Maybe they can check how much of the balance reactive, but it's not so important now. So we have to wait. In my opinion, gold is going down, yes. DAX is here, maybe potential double bottom. If not, we will lose this money. And we have Dow Jones here. And I will make a trade on Dow Jones also, because I want to make some exciting webinars sometimes, but maybe the risk is quite big. And I will set the take profit of NASDAQ around this area. We will see. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask. Dear traders, I hope that you will make money if you are analyzing the charts and making some trades today. Beginners should use their demo accounts. So you have got $30 plus, but it may be negative if the charts are going down. This W is maybe nice, but never forget double bottoms can be false if the main trend is bearish. Let's wait and let's go to DAX because we have got the bigger position here, biggest position here, and let's check NASDAQ. In 5 seconds, something will happen. We will lose money and I will stop trading, or we will make money. This is simple, but this is only demo account, so doesn't matter. I hope that you don't feel bored. For me, this market is very, very slow now, but there is a chance to go up. This is not investing advice. Remember, we are still in a downtrend on M1. But if we will approach this diagonal trend line, or if we will approach the previous double top snack line or double top stop, maybe it will be good news for us. But not now. Unfortunately, many times it happens if double bottoms are false. I mean, if the chart breaks down this trend line, we can visit stop loss of the double bottom. Maybe it's time to drink coffee, or it's time to have some questions if you have. 8:30 or 9, maybe will be a little bit more exciting. And after that, 2:30 p.m. or 3:30 p.m. or after 6, 7, 8 p.m. the American markets. Now, traders' hands, DAX traders' hands maybe are on the button and they will click on it. But I don't know if short position would have been a better idea or not. But for me, this is trend channel trading. My target zone is the upper part of the trend channel, the yellow diagonal and the 2 red horizontal trend lines. And I think that this is a double bottom. So I don't hesitate. I don't feel any fear. I just have to wait. Many times it happens that those traders who are afraid of their positions or afraid of losing money or making money, they just click on this button. But I don't care. I know I calculated the risk. I strongly believe that this position will be good. If not, see you next time and we will continue trading. This is simple. I ask someone to write me to the chat window when to make the first partial closing. In my opinion, in 2 minutes, something may happen, or maybe only half an hour. We will see. Unfortunately, this is a half an hour webinar, so maybe we'll stop trading. But the main method is analyzing charts with multi-time analysis, broad trend lines, low trend channels, diagonal trend lines, horizontal support zones, resistance zones, M1, M5, M15 sometimes, and check higher time frames, the main trend. And never, if you want to become a trader or scalper, never trade with 10, 15 products. Just choose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you will see that maybe the result will be better. So now, what we can do, we can wait. If I will get stop loss, I will come back a little bit later. Any questions, traders? We have to wait. I set the chart a little bigger. Yesterday's and today's results together. Last month's results, it's too much. It's very huge. What sizes sometimes. So traders, if you start to make day trading and scalping and swing trade and long-term investment, if you are lucky and the markets are good, if you keep the rules of money management and trading psychology, if you make some 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 10% or months or a quarter, or a little bit more in a year, it's a good start. And never be those type of trader who want to make thousands of dollars each day or thousands% of return, because consistency is the most important. After some days or months or weeks, you will just play on your demo account. But in the first part, when you start trading, avoid the big lot sizes. Do not want to make too much money. Just try to be a consistent trader. This may be the key, and all the traders can lose money. And sometimes you have to stop, go back to your demo account or relax for just 1 month or something like this, or 1 week, because no one starts trading because he or she wants money. It's a long journey. And all of us can forget how to trade. So now, unfortunately, the market is boring. I will mute myself. And you will see that I will get a stop loss, or I will have the opportunity to make the partial closing around this red or yellow trend line. We will see it in some minutes. Until we wait, I mute myself. I will be here. I'll just say goodbye and good luck for trading today. I will be here for 5 extra minutes. This webinar is half an hour, but I will keep you informed what happened with these positions, but these are not trading advices. Have a nice trading day and stay online for some minutes. Bye-bye. Maybe the best we could do to close all of the positions and come back later, because now it's very, very slow. So maybe I will do this. Sorry for it. Now the market is boring. So that's all for today. Bye-bye. I tried to close some positions. Maybe I will try to use the trailing stop on Nasdaq. It will be very fast. It will be around 1 point. But the chart is moving very, very slowly. We are approaching the yellow line and the red horizontal line, but until that, maybe we will get a stop loss. And I will set it a little bit bigger. Maybe we will be lucky with this. And let's go to Dow Jones. Let me close it. It's boring for me. And let me go back to DAX. It's too risky now to keep this big position. Sometimes I have time limit. Let's close 3. Today's result, maybe it's positive, I don't know, but we will see. Still -9. I'm not so happy with this result, to tell you the truth. So let's go back to gold. Nothing special happened here. Close half part of it. The other gold, I mean. And for this one, I will set the stop loss to the break-even point. So there is no risk on gold. Let's go to euro dollar. Nothing happened here. Nasdaq, I was lucky with using the trailing stop, and I was lucky with Dow Jones to close the trade. If something's coming boring, the best you can do to stop trading. So traders, Unfortunately, this was a boring day for all of us. So let me close this DAX position and this one also. It's a zero game today, but we will come back later. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.